Hello and welcome to the Dead Air Dudes. I'm Izzy.
Raka, hello, Dead Air Dudes Nation, and all things bad juju.
Hello, Dead Air Dudes Nation. Welcome once again to the show that gives you the most, or something to that effect. Raka, take it away. Over the weekend, we actually went out and actually did something for the Bad Juju series, something we've been wanting to do for a while now, and Raka regale us with that.
All right, so Saturday night, which is November the 14th, after Friday the 13th, we were prepared to venture out into our first paranormal investigation. Previous to that, we had collaborated on an interview with paranormal investigator Kaylee Love and her Love to Investigate website and YouTube channel, and we took some of her, we digested some of her videos, and along with other partners that have gave us advice, strung us along, told us how to proceed, and we've always been on our agenda. We headed out to Clinton Road, the famed stretch of about 11 miles in Jersey, West Milford, I believe. And it's an 11-mile stretch of haunted road that we covered, and you can check that out in a previous podcast and YouTube video, that has the longest stretch of no lights in the United States. So we took our equipment. Izzy, what's the equipment we had besides our cameras and whatnot? We have a electric meter of some sort.
Yeah, we had the EMF meter, and we had also a recorder. Plus, we had, I do believe, one, two, three. We actually did an Instagram live. We actually lived. We actually
did a live.
Streamed live, and we also had 3 other cameras going on at the same time. Now, I mean, funny you should mention. Once we went live, we kind of lost the stream a couple times, and you guys can go to our IGTV and see it, at Dead Air Dudes. And you can
we had many concerned fans chiming in as to our well-being because nobody knew what happened, including us.
Now, look, it wasn't your traditional paranormal investigation because we actually couldn't really go outside because the road is so dark because it has no lights, and it was about close to midnight, and you can't see your hand in front of your face without it's all a wooded area with a tiny road. The only thing that gave it away, well, they gave us some lights. A is the headlights from the car, and B, you had, I guess they were repaving the road, thankfully, and they have they started putting
know that at the time.
These little cones.
We didn't know that at the time. So when we came upon the stretches of road, it had barely any kind of guardrails, and then the lines were gone. All of a sudden, like, there's no lines. And, of course, my mind started to creep out a bit, that, wait a minute, now this is getting funky. Your mind can play tricks on itself because in the darkness with only our headlights, there's a lot of bushes and branches that just jet out, like it's unkept or something. And it just, this is fall. And it actually was a very clear night. We've had a lot of stretches of rain in this New York, New Jersey area. It was a clear night, not cold, freezing, but a cold, clear night. As you come upon the winding turns, these bushes jet out at you. Constantly we're saying, what's that? Oh, wait, what's that? There was that kind of movement. I can see how people can envision that. Why in 2020 there's no lights on this road is not me. But
yeah, it's just beyond. Actually saw a car.
There was a moment.
So
yeah, I mean, there were a couple of gates that we can tell you, and you can kind of make it out a little bit once I do these turns in the road, that they look rusted, they look old. I don't know where they went. But there were just these old gates maybe to an abandoned road or something. Still, as Izzy said, there's no shoulder to pull over.
No.
If I had pulled over and, God forbid, a car speeding down behind me, which eventually at the end of the video there was, you're talking about an accident of monumental proportions coming head on to our back, which
Exactly.
we don't need. We don't need that.
We plan
So,
on going back in the daytime so we can actually legitimately get out and really investigate. And supposedly there's actually a couple of locations where, if you saw a previous podcast episode about Clinton Road, we went into further detail. There's a smelter. There's supposedly a castle. There is a couple of other. There is a bridge which we surpassed a couple overpasses, which may be considered a bridge. There's Dead Man's Curve. There's other things that we saw the clearing you're talking about, but I would like to really see it and really feel it in person so we could really bring it to you guys. So, yeah.
There was a point in time which the power went out, the connection went out, and we actually grabbed hold of the electron magnetic field detector, and again, following protocol, we asked to speak to spirits, and we did it respectfully, and we did not want to invite any evil spirits or any good spirits out there, and we asked, and it moved the needle a bit. Kind of freaked me out.
There was
So again,
a moment.
our visual did not see anything, but there was a moment where, when asked, the steady green light, which probably was capturing all our car and video equipment, moved towards orange. So it wasn't the equipment, it wasn't any lights, because there's no lights. It did go up. So, hey, take it for what you will.
Mm-hmm.
That for me was good enough as far as letting me know it wasn't just my psyche, it wasn't just the chills, it wasn't just the whole aura of the place and then the reputation. Something sent a signal, and I leave it at that.
So basically, this is basically an episode to tell you guys what happened, like I guess a happy recap of sorts. So when you guys see the episode, you can, you'll hear, us talking over, and you'll see how, basically after the fact, how we feel about what transpired or what didn't transpire. And that's basically it. I'm not gonna spoil anything for you guys, so you can enjoy it.
And you never know. Once you see footage the second time, maybe something jets out at you.
Yeah.
Maybe something, because we were really captured in the moment.
Right.
We are not going to lie to you guys. This was our first paranormal experience and our first investigation. I can vouch for myself, and Izzy will tell you his feelings. I had a few chills and the hair that was up the spine standing up. And as we got closer and closer to the road itself, and then we actually saw how pitch black dark this winding road was, it got a little tense. It got a little heavy.
It did, and truth be told, you could probably hear it in my voice as we're starting the video. As we're going, there's a little apprehension and a little thing in my voice.
There was a moment, and I don't know if it's foreshadowing or it can't be fulfilling prophecy. Izzy had mentioned about one of the aspects of the folklore is ghost truckers.
Right, yeah.
And as we get assuming mile 8, somewhere around 7.5 mile 8, you have this jackhole of a car behind us who's high beaming us. And I'm already going 25, 30. Now, mind you, I have tons of equipment out, and they're held on by just pure willpower. And I can't go really faster, nor do I want to miss anything by going any faster. And this jackhole behind us is just brighting us. And I'm like, hey, you want to do Dead Man's Curve and go around me? Go right ahead. You're free to do it. And I guess that person may have known the road intimately enough to know they're not going to do that either, because that's stupid.
Right.
So why the hell are you forcing me? Why are you riding up on my tail? hey, a different segment of a public safety and tailgating for anybody out there with road rage.
Or maybe that was, like, look, I'm not here to debunk anything, and we have open minds or whatever. But maybe this is the supposed, truckers who try to push you off the road or whatever. Just some random car coming behind you, jackhole, as Raka so appropriately named it. And yeah, so that's basically it.
Well, either way, it was a harrowing night. It was tense, but like they say, you don't really feel alive until you've tasted death. It was beyond interesting. It was a lot of fun, actually.
It actually,
Afterwards, we had to pull into a gas station and kind of calm our nerves and gather ourselves. But big shout out to everybody out there that helped us along the way and that were part of this. And we love the fact that we went through the paranormal and that we definitely will do this again, and we'll revisit a few
came
other
out.
sites we have. All right.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna do this again, and so everyone stay tuned for our next adventures as the Dead Dudes on the road. So with that, I'm Izzy.
I'm Raka. Remember to save the whales, eat your vitamins, say your prayers.
Drink your water, stay spooky, all that good stuff. Take care, guys.